Now, the beautiful part of all this theory that has been going on from here to there, from there to here, is that we have come to reconcile with ourselves vividly why things must happen the way it should happen. Enyendeba, enyenda, enyendeba, enyenda, enyendeba, enyenda, enyendeba, enyenda is a popular song in Igbo land where everybody has their own share of whatever cake that is should be shared. You shouldn't eat alone. You should give it to distribute it and make sure that it goes round. Now, of course, I've recently I revealed to you that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, it's obvious that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been released. I'll be flying back to Kenya like a president, and some people were not really comfortable with the news. I wonder what you want us to do. You want me to tell you what you know, or you want me to make research and tell you what I know? Well, it's going to be very, very complicated because we are not in for that discussion. But I want to make something very snappy and something revealing. And that thing I want to make is very, very revealing. And why am I making such revelation this morning? Is that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been restricted from his entrance into Kenya's embassy due to the fact that a lot of tension has been risen from the heart of the international government. Making noise on social media and making noise on with microphone does not add when the real men begin to act. Now, somebody said that to him, international bodies are just busy playing around with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's case. Of course, we know that. We know that even United Nations that is claiming that they are supporting Biafra or whatever the case may be, they have a way of benefiting. Before, when you talk about the United Nations, they stand in defense of a country who are being treated with injustice. But now, when you talk about United Nations, you talk about cowards who are just lying down and waiting for the next meal to come from another country. Whereas, and as long as you're giving them, the bigger share gets the bigger backup. Yeah, the bigger share gets the bigger backup. Now, this is according to my own research. But what I want to make out of this video is very simple. You see, Ohamadike has committed no crime. People who should be in bars are even the federal government who are really not for committing war crimes against humanity. We talk about from 2015 when they came into power, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 2021, 2022, 2023, that they will be living into power. The kind of crimes these people have committed against humanity. Talk about the killing of IPOP members, the wiping away of an entire village. The first crime that Buhari committed was when the military people came. They were passing, is this Shak something, the leader of one Muslim group there. They shot a lot of people. That was the first. And of course, that was already a sign that this man is ready to deal with anybody that blocks his way. Like literally, okay, but now, a man stood up from the southeast. His name is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He said, "We cannot stand and watch our people die. Somebody needs to speak." Our people forget easily. Have we forgotten when Richard Sokocha was in power? How Hope Uzodinma entered power? How Dave Umahi, Ojo Kalu, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, and the rest of them despised and spat on the face of Biafrans because they wanted to eat the poop of a Fulani man. What I'm telling you now, nobody's going to tell you. We are forgotten so easily. How our land were dashed out. Remember a woman that was killed and her body was split into parts in Anambra State. Have we forgotten? Ayechezogu? Now. Have we forgotten so fast? Have we forgotten so easily? There are more proceedings, more procedures, more ways to handle these beneficiaries. And what is good for the goods is good for the Jews. This battle, international country will not fight it with us if we don't start the fight. So Kenya is busy running around. They know the risk they are already entering. We're at risk. They are calling out those people who are involved. Calling them out. Confess yourself or we'll expose you. Because one of the biggest mistake that anyone will ever make, anyone, when I say anyone, will ever make is the mistake of lying to tell another lie, or lying to cover another lie. One of the biggest benefits of being a Biafran is that the world sees you as greater, reasonable person. Check it out. So when we try to fix things the way we should fix them, a lot of people who are now representing the zoologic who want to come and spoil our mood in a bid to chase us out of social media. You can't. We are here for the truth. If not for the kind of effort that some channels like us that have been trying to remind people that Nnamdi Kanu is still in prison, how many of you still remember he's still there? Some of us, I don't mean the sit at home was scrapped. Some of us, I don't mean the sit at home was removed. By now, we would have forgotten that our leader is there. Yes. I don't mean Soludo and the rest of them who have been fighting that sit at home should be removed, that is causing problem. By now, Igbos would have forgotten that somebody is fighting for their rights. I'm telling you, numerous number of people. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he said that the only reason why people are sitting at home is because of you. I said no. And I explained to him, look at what is happening in the election. An Igbo man tells you, one thing with an Igbo man is that he is contented with what he has. If it wasn't P2B that is coming out, an Igbo man would just not even look at the election. He won't even look. I don't mean it was somebody like Richard Zokolasha or Uzodema or Joseph Kalu, these corrupt leaders that will end up destroying the physics. No Igbo man would even stress themselves to go and get voter's card. So an Igbo man does not forget who fights for them. But these Ifulefus, who some Fulani Caliphate have given birth during or after the Biafran War, will want to divert every attention. They are surprised. They are all moods. They are surprised the kind of strength that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gathered these just few years that he was international. This is what is giving them sleepless nights. They hate anything that has to do with that young man, but the young man still flourish, and that is the good news. I leave you with peace and harmony because we must continue this very message in order. All hail Biafra, the land of the rising sun, he says.